terms of evaluating the project, we undertook quantitative and qualitative aspects. So in terms of quantitative evaluation, we used the national records for follow-up at 1 month, 3 months and 12 months, but also our local records of the carbon monoxide tests and attendance by women at the pharmacies. And this is how we calculated the engagement, but also the success of the women that led to our 47% success rate at 4 weeks. We utilised a statistician at the University of Dundee to help us with this evaluation, to make sure that we had an independent evaluation of the work that we'd done. We were also very interested in a qualitative evaluation of the intervention, and so we engaged colleagues from the University of Stirling to undertake face-to-face interviews with women that had both succeeded and had failed with using GIUFB. Through this we developed a client typology, and we gained some insights into how people felt about the scheme after they tried to use it. The qualitative evaluation was able to categorise some of the different types of approaches of the women to GIUFB. So for instance, we found one client type to be what the researchers called professional mothers, people that were really focused on the well-being of their child and wanted the pregnancy to be as successful as possible, and fully engaged, had lots of self-esteem, were often very successful in giving up smoking through the scheme. There was also another group which were young mums who often lived with their own parents and were actually perhaps not responsible for independent living, had many of the decisions still made by their parents, and probably came along to join GIUFB on the suggestion of their parents. These people were less motivated, hadn't really thought through what giving up smoking meant, and were less successful on the scheme. A third category would be light smokers who perhaps only smoked a few cigarettes a day and saw the scheme as a financial opportunity perhaps, and gave up easily but fully exploited the incentives that were offered. A fourth category was referred to as impulse shoppers, people that turned up on spec, hadn't really thought through what giving up smoking meant, but joined anyway because it was in front of them, and again were quite poor in terms of the success rate compared to the other people. We were very fortunate in that we did have money to cover the cost of the evaluation. Our thoughts about what the evaluation might contain developed as we'd also developed the intervention and got more experience of it. And I guess in terms of lessons to be learned, in future we'd figure in resources to evaluate the project properly right from the start.
And we're actually really conscious of the politics of how we present our evaluated results. Clearly, of course, the evaluation results are crucial, and we have to show the outcomes and how we're doing. But we also have to be conscious to the audience that we're presenting them to. So the way we present this information has to be very sensitive to the needs of the particular audience. So when it comes to national policymakers, we must make sure that we're providing the information that they want, not just the information that we think is important. So the combination of the two is really important. We have to always ensure political buy-in, and we have to always be sensitive to their requirements and needs.